Lloyd Vehicle Consulting, not sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Good afternoon. Today is the 30th of November and this is part 17 of a slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2022 NEC Classic Motor Show, sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. I do apologise if I fall over, crash into scenery, get things wrong, generally make a hash of it, get interrupted by announcements. I'm afraid that's just the way that it goes on this channel. So we're here in Hall 3. This is the Reliance Scimitar and Sabre Owners Club. This is a 1976 Reliance Scimitar SE6A GTE. I'm not going to make the observation that many of you want me to, because that is apparently illegal on the internet, so I shall not. I'd actually quite like to have a go at one of these viewers, you know. I think this is still with the Ford Essex engine in 3-litre form, like the Capri. This one's an auto. This must be a Sabre, this one here. Alexander head on this. To 1962. Doesn't actually say what type of engine that is. It just says it has an Alexander head. I mean, I don't know, viewers. Not an expert on this sort of thing, I'm afraid. Maybe someone in the comment section below can tell me. Right, we've got another Scimitar GTE here. This is a 73. Oh, it's got a Ford Type 9 5-speed gearbox in it. Engine's a 3.1 litre Essex. Don't touch the car, right? Yes, don't touch the car. I will not touch the car. That's okay, we won't touch it. It's in rather nice condition, isn't it? Yeah, it's very nice indeed. Very high sort of boot lip in it, but you don't really care, do you, if a car looks like this? And you've got a rear wiper as well. Excellent, I like sports cars with rear wipers, viewers. What have we got here? Some more Lotus action going on. This will be an Elise, it's a Series 1, in 1998, I think. Sorry, it's a 99. It's one of the ones that was on the late end of the S plate, January, February 99. Rover K Series engine, of course, in here, generating about 118 horsepower. I don't think this is the VVC version, no, it's the standard one. It's plenty of power base for this. It said on the sheet there it did 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds, so you don't need a lot of power to make this thing go really, really quick. Lotus XL, we've actually seen one in this colour. Sorry, in a classic XL at this stage. It's still this one, the year when the CLAP badge was being used. A registration, so 83, 84. It's quite a delicious interior. There's a nice colour coordination from the body colour actually on this. I think that's still the Lotus 912 type engine. Yeah, it's an 83. Oh gosh, now this is a really early Elan. It's a 1964. I forget now whether this is the type that was used in the Avengers. That was a 65, the original one, and then there was a 66 used in the 5th series. This is the white one. It's used in the 4th series, 1960s model. Well, it's a Series 1, so it's not even a Series 2. So, yeah, it's before the one used in the Avengers NK 999C. But yeah, it's this colour. Another Elan here. So 60 years of the Elan. We've got some nice ones here. This is a 67 Series 3. So yes, it's similar to the one that Diana Ray would use, but this is a hard top one, hers was a soft top like that. And it had these type wheels on it, they look like that actually in the series. So SJH 499D from memory. And then we've got an S4 here. Knockoff wire wheels. We've got some knockoff wheels. Don't say wire wheels because they're not. This will be about 1970, yeah, it's 1970. Very Nice colour actually, I like that. Woman and Europa. Now this is the twin cam, isn't it? The early Europa, such as the one used in the Avengers, the very early Series 2, used in the final series of the Avengers, with Linda Thorson, 68. This is 71, and it has the twin cam engine, not the Renault engine. So we'll take a look at the back. I've always thought the rear visibility of these was a little bit limited. A bit hard for me to park, I think. I think these also have electric windows in them. Very early Europas don't have opening windows at all. That's an interesting colour. 1973 Jaguar XJC. That's right, yeah. There were some pre-production cars made in 73, but the main production was actually from 75 to 77. So this is apparently the original colour of the car, which is crazy. I don't think perhaps I would like to own a car in this colour myself, viewers, but I'm glad the gentleman who owns it likes it. I like the fact that it's got a beige leather interior. Wood. 1965 MGB Roadster. It's not the pull handle one, so it's not a really early one. That's very nice. A Silver Cloud 3, I think this would be. As I have said several times during this coverage of the show, it wasn't a given that all local authorities would use A suffix plates like, I don't know, ABC 123A after 1963. A lot of local authorities just didn't bother until they were forced to do so in 1965. So this car might well be on the original plate MX up somewhere in West London, I think. Nice Silver Cloud. Is it, again, I mean, the Avengers, there's a very similar one to this used in an episode called The Fear Merchants from 1966 in this colour. I'm not going to touch, though, viewers. I looked inside one of these yesterday at the auction, because you can open the doors and things of cars at the auction and things, but you can't when you're here in the pride of ownership stand. 1976 or 77 Ford Escort Mark II RS 2000. It'll be similar to the one that's used in professionals. Of course, that's a white car. Yeah, 76, same as the one in professionals, and of course, like that one, the Ford badge is different from the later ones. Lotus Elise 2, 1968. Actually, it was originally Graham Hill's car. There he is, Grace Graham Hill. Look at this. Isn't that special? Oh, it's got one of his helmets inside as well. Fabulous view as well. We're enjoying ourselves very much here on the stand today. Gilburn GT. Overdrive gearbox in this one. 64, so relatively late for one of these, I think. Yeah, 64. Imagine it's still got, I think the early ones had BMC engines in them. Maybe you later on to have Ford engines, I don't know, it didn't say on there. (1938) Austin 10 Cambridge. You can tell it's not a 7 straight away, but in fact it's got 4 doors on it. Another Ginetta. Gosh, there's more Ginettas in here than I've ever seen, I think, in my life. 1995 Ginetta G33 RV8. Does that mean it's got a Rover V8 in it, viewers? It certainly does. A 3.9 litre one as well. 1983 E21 BMW 316 Bauer convertible. I think these were the only official convertibles made for the E21 3 Series. 316 non-injection. These would have been very, very expensive when they were new. Over here. Look at this, a Fiesta Popular. My gosh, it's not got a rear wiper. It's not got anything. It's got vinyl seats. And nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. I know a lot of you viewers will absolutely adore things like this. Yeah, it's a 950cc Fiesta Popular. This could even be like the low compression engine or something. That is absolute utter poverty spec. There we go, it's only done 3,000 miles. Crazy. Is this a Vitesse? Yes, it is. 1969 Triumph Vitesse convertible. So we've got some sort of coloured stripes on the side of this one. I've driven a 1360 Herald convertible, similar to this, not the Vitesse though. That maybe we've had a gearbox conversion due to that gear lever, but I'm not entirely sure. I think you also got servo brakes on the Vitesse. I didn't get those in the Herald. I think we've seen this before, viewers. I think we might have seen this on the Maguire stand actually last year at the Classic Motor Show. It's a very, very late Nova. I think only the Nova GSIs were made as late as this. It's late '93 on an L. It's very, very nice. And so's this. Look at this. 1985 Nissan Cherry Europe 1.2 with the Alfa Romeo engine. If you don't need doubt whether this car was built by Alfa Romeo, there is the Alfa Romeo plaque just there. Same engine is in an Alfa Sud, and I think the 33s had these as well. There we go. So Nissan and Alfa bits together. It's amazing to see what they're incredibly rare cars. These are extremely, extremely rare. Beautiful condition. Oh, I like this DBS, viewers. Yes, very much so. We like DBSs because of automatic secret service and things like that. This is a really late one actually, 72. Before they went to calling it the V8, so we've still got the DBS front end. Very nice colour, viewers. I like that very much. There's a Mini with just an absolutely non-standard engine. Doesn't matter though, that's the power in there. And viewers, 1994 Bentley Turbo R in dark blue with a beige leather interior. And wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior. Very, very nice, viewers. We quite fond of this. Don't know about these rear lights though. Those I don't think are standard. Maybe not so much my tea, but rest of it certainly. TVR Grand Tourer, so very, very early TVR. Can't remember exactly what engine these have now. This would be, I should have said, it's 1960 Mark II. It's a commentary Climax engine. 1960 Chevrolet, should we be careful, Chevrolet Bel Air, not an Impala. It looks a bit like an Impala, but it's not, it's a Bel Air. Look at the size of this, viewers. And look at the quality of this restoration. That's pretty special. Where was that number plate from, viewers? Well, this 985 Honda Acti is absolutely everywhere. You go to any show in this country and this Acti will be there. And it's been, well, extensively modified, I think I would say. It's the Graham Hunt stand. AC Cobra Mark IV from 1988. A mere snippet, £125,000. I think I need to save up a bit before I consider one of these, viewers. Ooh, this Bristol though is very nice. Bristol 411 Series 5. I think 76 makes it a very late one of these. Complete body off restoration, engine upgrade. £132,500. I think we, I'd say even more to sample for the lights of one of those. What about this Porsche 911 here? American spec it looks like with this one. This will probably be a little bit cheaper, won't it? 1997 911 Carrera 2 Cabrio, which less than £20,000. Excellent, something a bit more affordable. Series 1 Land Rover here from 1952. That looks to me like a Spanish plate. Could be wrong about that though. Very nice Mercedes Cabrio. Very nice. It'll be mid-60s, won't it, this? It's a 220 SE Auto, 1963 that plate is. And a sort of biscuit interior. £132,500, a popular price today. Austin Healey 3000 Mark III BJ8 1965. So what's it got a 64 plate on it? Is that a mistake, viewers, or not? Answers in the comment section below. Ooh, Frog Eye Sprite 1958. Would be an early one. It's even shinier on video than it is in real life. So we've got some very rare racing cars here. Connaught Type B 1954. Valid FIA papers until 2025. 450,000. Aston Martin DB4. It's not the DB4 that I've seen before. 63. Let's have a look at this again. DP214 Project Style DB4. Only £1 million, yes. Only £1 million. Secures you this car. So Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says this could be yours. Oh my gosh, this is for sale as well. 1930 Rolls-Royce Phantom 2 Handley Special. It's only £500,000. V12 Merlin engine. I think that might be a Spitfire engine, viewers, from what I understand. That's probably very loud when it moves. Corvette. This looks like a Corvette Stingray to me. Yeah, Corvette C3. £72,500. Well, Maserati Sebring from 1965. I haven't seen one of these in a very, very long time. 255. R107 Mercedes-Benz 550 SL. It wouldn't surprise me if this is an American spec one. Maybe it isn't. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's American spec one. 72, a very early one. Yeah. How much is this? £37,750. 72 Volvo P1800 ES. Yes, this is the last of the 1800 series Volvos. Inspiration behind the 480 ES and the C30. It's one of these used in the Protectors, the old ITC series, which was produced by Jerry Anderson. There's the other glass hatch. It's not that bad a low lip actually to put stuff in there. That's pretty good. Another Bristol. And another very nice one too. How much is this one? This one's also 125. It's Bristol 410 as opposed to the later 411 from 1967. Is this perhaps used a Ferrari 308? Yes, it is, and someone's had to correct the incorrect information. Rather than a GTB, it's a GTS, a dry sub version. How much is this? £75,000. A mere snip. Yep, definitely a GTS. Ooh, we've got some tasty Bentleys here. Still Graham Hunt. Let's start at this end, shall we? Yes. Bentley Brooklands Coupe from 2009 with a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior views. Look at that, wood. It's a classy car, isn't it? And then we have Bentley. I think this will be a T1 because it's not got the lower spoiler. Yeah, Bentley T1, 1976, 35,250. These just seem to be on the rise viewers, actually, these. Ooh, more beige leather interior, goodness. I think I'm in the right place, aren't I, viewers? Some of the finest beige leather interiors in the world. 1965 Bentley S3, it's a very late S3. It's the coach builder of this, sort of biscuit interior this one has. So it's a Continental drophead coupe. £475,000. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Sorry, start saving up again. R-Type Continental, the car that Jeremy Clarkson passed his test in. I think in the late 70s, which is insane, isn't it? 54, just under £1 million. Bentley Mark VI Park Ward Coupe, 1952. Now, when my lady wife and I got married about 5 years ago, we had a Bentley Mark VI and a Bentley R-Type at the wedding. One was the bridal car, one was the car that I was able to drive, one was a special, one was a sort of standard one. These were Bentley's kind of standard model after the war. Only £130,000, cream leather interior there. I don't think I'd like to try to park this view. I think it might go quite wrong if I did. Mark V Bentley here, made in 1940, so during wartime, that's extraordinary, isn't it? It's only one of 7 left in existence, 150,000. Those enormous headlamps. I think we're a little bit cheaper here. This is TR6. So a lot of people pouring over these around here. Right, let's careful here. We take a look at the engine. So, what age is this? There's the Heritage certificate. It's a 71. I didn't realise that TR6 would fetch you this sort of money these days, but those really nice ones are. I mean, ones that aren't as scruffy as this, perhaps. Ones that are scruffier will probably be a bit less. Jensen Interceptor Mark III. Ooh, it's dark green. And it has a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior views. That is positively delicious. I like that very much. Fiat 500, it's after 1966 because it's got the normal opening doors. TR6 has been sold. It's about £12,000 this one. Let's see if it's got a plate. Oh, it's a very late one. 71, 72 registration. And I think this will be, actually it will tell me, it's an XK 150. There we go. It lists all the Le Mans winning years on there until that point. So this will be 58 or later then. Left-hand drive. Do you like that colour? That's very nice views. A little bit rich from my blood though, £167,500. Another Triumph here. This perhaps be a TR4. Yes, it is. £36,000. Someone's put a mirror there. That's a very good idea. It's rather nice. Like this 928 here. It's like the same colour that the one which they bought on Wheeler Dealers many years ago. This is an S4, so it's a bit later than that. Another 308 GTS here. Just the popular cars these days. It's only £73,000. That's similar in price to the other one, isn't it? Porsche 911, this is a Targa. This will be from the 80s, won't it, this one? 42,000. Ooh, more TRs, and a lot more TRs. TRGB, established 86. Okay, please don't touch, you can't get any of the sun anyway. Right, okay, another one here for sale. Sorry. That's £27,000. Oh, there's an information sheet here. That's a 69, so it's a very early one. This one is a only 70. It's a TR4A with independent rear suspension. Another TR6 here. 74. TR6 American import, 75. Still got a fuel injection in it. And right at the back here, TR3A 1960 with electronic fuel injection. Excellent. What have we got here? The Bond Club. Sort of kind of at odds really a little bit with what else is here, because this is the dealer hall. But there we go. Bond mini car, Mark G estate. The last of Bond mini car. The very last mini car produced in May 1966. So you can see the engine actually turns with the steering. That looks terrifying to me, I'm afraid. 65 Bond mini car Mark G Tourer. And then 68 Bond H75. Interesting, the engine was still 1M. Right, let's just take a pause here a second. 1971 MGB with a heritage shell, £22,500, which got uprated tutor engine and adjustable power steering. That sounds like a nice usable classic. That's why someone snapped it up. Midget here. I have driven a Midget. It was a bit of an earlier one than this. You can buy one of these for under 5,000. This one is a 73 bare shell restoration with 5-speed gearbox. Yeah, standard. You don't get synchro on first gear on the earlier ones, so that's obviously a benefit. Love a synchro box for that one. 1973 MGB GT V8 in damask red. (1968) MGC bare metal respray, £29,000. Oh, it's a pull handle MGB, very, very early. The colour doesn't look great on camera, but it's a much brighter yellow in real life, I can assure you. £21,000, £21,950. MGA, this one's a 59. It's a twin cam. Yes, the twin cam was not the most reliable engine. It looks like a mint green here, but it's a sort of brighter green actually on camera. Sorry, in real life. £55,000 with beige leather interior. Yes, keep your hand firmly on your wallet. It's the best thing to do when walking around places like this. 1963 Austin Healey 3000 Mark IIA, £59,500. What doesn't actually say it? 59 MGA 1600 Mark 1, 30,000. Oh, and probably my favourite one that's here, MGR V8. It's in green with a beige leather interior, 5-speed gearbox and wood. All could ever want for £22,500. That's very nice. Anyway, viewers, I think that's quite enough for part 17 of a slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2022 NEC Classic Motor Show, sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and leave a comment below, and we shall see you soon for part number 18. Lloyd Young Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below.